It all began on a rainy Tuesday morning, the kind of day where the clouds hung low and the world seemed a little more silent than usual. At Willow Creek High School, students shuffled in with soaked backpacks and wet shoes, not paying much attention to the girl walking quietly through the main hallway. Her name was Amara, 16 years old, always dressed in modest clothes, and always alone. Amara didn't speak much, not because she didn't have anything to say, but because every time she tried, someone was quick to laugh or interrupt her. Being the only black girl in a predominantly white school in a quiet suburb, she had learned long ago that silence was safer than standing out. But what no one knew was that behind those deep, observant eyes, Amara carried a story that could break anyone's heart and a strength no one had ever dared to see. It started slowly, as bullying always does. A snide comment in the hallway. A shove during gym class. Whispers when she passed by. Amara had endured it all with quiet grace, brushing it off, pretending it didn't sting. But it did. Every single word found a place inside her, carving out a space of pain that grew heavier with each passing day. The ringleader, was Madison Clark, cheerleader, Queen Bee, and the girl everyone wanted to please or feared to cross. Madison's favorite targets were the quiet ones, the ones least likely to fight back. And Amara? She was perfect prey. "Hey, mute girl," Madison would sneer, loud enough for a crowd to hear. "Lose your voice? Or just too dumb to use it?" Amara never responded. She'd keep walking, holding her books tighter, willing the tears not to fall until she was alone. But everything changed one Thursday afternoon. Amara had just finished lunch in the library, her usual safe haven, when Madison and her two shadows, Lexi and Brooke, cornered her near the girls' restroom. "You think you're better than us?" Madison hissed. "Always hiding, always acting like you don't hear us." Before Amara could even step back, they dragged her inside the bathroom. The door slammed behind them, her books scattered across the floor. As she stumbled against the wall, Lexi stood by the door to block it, while Madison and Brooke circled her like sharks. "Let's give her something to talk about," Madison sneered. They pulled her by the hair, shoved her shoulder. Madison raised her phone, recording every second, hoping for another cruel post to boost her likes. "Say something, freak." Brooke laughed. Then something unexpected happened. Amara stood up straight. She didn't cry. She didn't scream. Instead. She looked Madison right in the eye. And for the first time in her entire school life, she spoke not with a whisper, but with a calm, clear voice that cut through the air like lightning. "Is this what makes you feel powerful? Hurting someone who's never done anything to you?" Her voice didn't shake. "If your heart is this empty, I feel sorry for you." The room fell silent. Even Lexi's grip on the door handle loosened. Madison scoffed, trying to laugh it off. "You think anyone's going to care what you say?" But Amara wasn't done. "You can post this video. You can mock me in front of the whole school," she said, her voice unwavering. "But just know I'll still walk with my head high, because I don't need to tear others down to feel strong. I've survived things you wouldn't last a day facing." Something in her tone, something deeper than just defiance left even the bullies stunned. Madison lowered her phone, suddenly unsure. Brooke looked away. Amara bent down, picked up her books, and walked past them with a grace that none of them could understand. And as she left the bathroom, something in the atmosphere shifted. The next day, something happened that shocked the entire school. The video Madison's recording got leaked. But it wasn't what she expected. Instead of mocking Amara, students began sharing the video with captions like, "This girl is brave. She stood up to the worst bullies in school and didn't even flinch. She's a queen." By the end of the week, the video had gone viral, first around the school, then on TikTok and Instagram. Thousands of people began commenting. People of all races, from different schools, from different parts of the country, all showing support. Some called her a role model. Others shared their own stories of bullying. But what really shocked everyone was when the principal called Amara into her office. Asterisk instead of a punishment. She was offered an opportunity. Asterisk, the school had decided to launch a peer support program, one led by students, for students to address bullying, racism, and inclusion. And they wanted Amara to lead it? Asterisk, she was stunned. Me, she asked. Asterisk, yes, the principal said warmly. Oh. You have more power than you realize. Asterisk at the next school assembly, Amara stood on stage. The same girl who used to eat lunch in silence now had the microphone, and the entire student body was listening. Asterisk, I've always believed being quiet made me invisible, she began. But silence doesn't protect you, it just hides your light. And I'm done hiding. The auditorium erupted in applause. From that day forward, Amara became something more than just the quiet girl. She became a voice for every student who felt unseen. She started organizing workshops, opened forums, and even launched an online campaign called #StandWithAmara, where students shared their stories and stood up against bullying. Asterisk Madison, on the other hand, faced disciplinary action. Her popularity plummeted. Some of her old friends distanced themselves. But even then, Amara didn't treat her with cruelty. She simply moved on with dignity, and her head held high. Asterisk weeks passed, and months, and Amara blossomed. She started tutoring younger students. Teachers began recognizing her potential. She applied for leadership programs and won a scholarship she never even dreamed of getting. Asterisk one afternoon. In her senior year, she was sitting in the library no longer alone when a younger girl nervously approached her. Hi, I'm new. I get picked on too. I saw your video. You're amazing, Amara smiled, her heart full. I'm glad it helped, she said gently. You're not alone anymore. Asterisk. And just like that, she offered the girl a seat beside her. Asterisk, because Amara knew something most people never learned. True strength doesn't come from fighting or shouting. It comes from standing tall even when you're scared. From using your voice when it's hardest. And from choosing kindness, even when the world isn't kind to you. Asterisk. Her story became more than just a moment. It became a movement. Asterisk. Because when the bullies pulled Amara into that bathroom, they thought they were going to break her. Asterisk instead. They set her free. Moral of the story? Asterisk, sometimes the quietest voices hold the loudest power. Courage wasn't in how loud she spoke, but in how brave she was when it mattered most. Standing up to hate with grace doesn't make you weak, it makes you unstoppable.